I'm Fred Von Graf, a Senior Venture Manager here at ASU, Office on Entrepreneurship and Innovation. I also have a startup called Web3 Mavens, and my wife and I are active angel investors, and I've also failed many times at startups and done pretty well in the past. Worked at large corporations, Fortune 50s, and been fortunate enough to do a lot of interesting things in my career, and that's why I've been asked to come in and talk about the business model canvas. So where did it come from? There's a very smart man named Alexander Osterwalder who during his PhD came up with this idea of the business model canvas and ultimately produced this book. Now, this is what the canvas actually looks like. It's 9 boxes that help you define your business model. And I can tell you right now that I really wish I would have had this early on when I was forming products, companies, or even when I was working within large corporations. This is very valuable and lets you get to the information very quickly. Now, most people will start value proposition or the customer segment, depending on what their situation is. So stepping through it real quickly, you have customer segment, value proposition, your different channels, customer relationships, revenue streams. You're looking at their cost structure, key partners, key resources, key activities. So we use a product called Canvanizer. It's an online canvas that you can fill out and look at iterations for. I know that Alexander has Strategizer that they use. It's a for-fee product. You can also go to businessmodelgeneration.com/canvas and get the canvas so you can use it yourself, print it out. So one of the interesting things about the canvas is that if you considered it analogous to a theater or a production, you have the front of the stage where the audience is sitting and they can see the actors, and then behind the scenes you have the backstage, all the things that you need to do to make that production occur. Well, this is very similar. On the right you have behind the scenes, and in the front you have the front of the stage. Now, this is where most people focus. This is where they're very comfortable with it. They have the value proposition, customer segment, the relationships, and that's where you usually start. But all of it is important. All of it is just as important, because without those key activities, without your resources, without your partners, your business isn't going to be able to operate. If you don't have accounting software and bookkeeping and all the things that keep you going, it doesn't matter that you have a great product with value. Now, keep in mind that very much along the lines of the lean startup, everything you're doing here is a hypothesis. You're making a guess, and you're validating that guess. So when you put these things down, you go out and validate. You go out of the building and you determine, is this guess correct? And if not, what is the data telling me? And then you change the direction based on that data. Now, this is a proposed area to start. Start with your value proposition, or maybe sometimes your customer segment. Either one, but start there and you determine what value are you providing to the customers. What are the customers out there? Who are you actually providing this for? What channels? How are you going to get this to the customers? What relationships do you have to keep and grow those customers? How are you going to make money? Your revenue streams. You also have your partners. What partners or suppliers or people do you need to make this product, service, or offering work? What key activities do you have to do? What key resources are there? You obviously have to have something to track your money. You're going to have much of it coming in. You need to be able to track it. Where are you going to have it housed? Are you going to be physically located? Are you online? Do you need servers? Those type of things. And then lastly, your cost structure. That's where you look at the efficiencies of your organization. Again, by taking these 9 boxes, filling in your guesses, going out and validating them, you will get a huge benefit. And I really wish I would have had this earlier. Now, when I'm using it with Web3 Mavens, I can tell you we're extremely successful, we're far more efficient, and we get to the answers much quicker. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, fred@web3mavens.com. I'm on Twitter at F1Graf. Thanks.